It's not just about bringing jobs to the city of Detroit or creating more jobs, because I think you can do both. I mean, creating jobs means we have opportunities right here and right now by supporting the growth of businesses here in the city of Detroit that are already here. You know, it's just a question of assisting them and helping them if they want to expand, for example. And often what we do if we have a business in the city of Detroit that maybe is looking to expand its plant or expand its operation for the sake of creating additional jobs and growing what they're doing, we have certain tools in our arsenal that we can use to help them do that, such as tax abatements or other types of tax incentives that make those sorts of expansions more financially feasible. So that's one way. Of course, the other way also is reaching out and marketing. One thing that my administration has been aggressively working on is the movie industry. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with the legislation that the governor signed last spring, but Michigan now offers the richest film incentive package in the country. So as a result, there's been quite a bit of interest on the part of Hollywood about coming to Michigan and filming movies. And not just filming, but also constructing studios. So, and we've been trying to capture that and take advantage of that. So there are a number of projects that are in the pipeline for the city of Detroit in various stages of development. The first one that's been announced and made public is Detroit Center Studios. And that name is actually a play off a similar studio in Los Angeles called, I think it's called Hollywood Center Studios. And the reason why they have the same name is because it's the same ownership team. And initially, Detroit Center Studios, which is going to be housed at the old MGM Grand Temporary Casino, is going to be home to Wonderstruck. Wonderstruck is a film and digital animation studio. So they not only do movies, but they also do digital, computer-generated movies, and also video games. They're probably the one project that they've been most notable for that you would probably all know recently was Kung Fu Panda. So that studio was involved in that. And that's not entirely a done deal yet because there's still some additional financing that they have to, they've got a funding gap that they have to close. But it's looking very, very positive. We've enjoyed working with them and we think we're going to be able to definitely make that one happen. So that's one opportunity. And the value of bringing studios in is that a studio is going to require permanent jobs. And it's also going to add to the tax base. I mean, it's great to have the movies come in and film. And we like that. And that helps the local economy also, but that's short term. I mean, so Gran Torino, for example, which was filmed partially in Detroit, but also Highland Park and a couple of other communities. You know, when they come into town, that does help our local economy. Because that means hotel rooms are filled up. These folks got to eat. So they're eating in our restaurants, they're shopping in our stores, but it's short term. It's like when the circus comes to town. They come in and they do their thing and then they're gone. The value of actually attracting a studio is that's permanent.